Dr. J. Kamala received her BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Madurai Kamaraj University in 1989, ME in VLSI Design from Bharatdasan University in 2002, and PhD from Anna University in 2011. She is currently working as Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Anna University, Chennai. Her research interest includes VLSI design, solar power, controller design, and smart sensors. She has published several papers at national and international journals.
Welcome to the UGC lecture series on agricultural engineering. Today we see about solar thermal applications. The solar energy has two applications. One is solar energy for electrical signal generation and another one is solar thermal generation. Today we see about solar thermal energy applications. Solar thermal energy is used to heat or cool a storage medium. The storage medium, sometimes it may be water. So it can be used for water heating. The water can be used to heat for a particular temperature using solar thermal energy. And industrial process heat. In case of industries, they use boilers. The boilers can be heated to preheated, not entirely heated, it is preheated to particular temperature. With the industrial process heat, it can be used for steam generation and metal finishing processes. So it is used in industrial process heat application. Next one is thermal power generation. In case of thermal power generation, the water or solar thermal energy is used to generate the steam. That steam is used to run the turbines. The turbines generate the electricity. That is the solar thermal power generation. Here they use more number of reflectors or parabolic reflectors. Solar parabolic reflectors are used around the tower. The parabolic reflectors reflect the solar radiation into the tower where the steam is generated. That steam will be used to run the turbine and electricity is generated. That is the solar thermal power generation. And we see different types of solar thermal collectors are available. It can be used for very low temperatures up to very high temperatures. If we see low temperature solar thermal collectors, it ranges from 45 degrees centigrade to 90 degrees centigrade. This flat solar thermal collectors, they are used to heat around 60 liters of water per meter squared area. Another low temperature solar thermal collector is vacuum tube solar thermal collector, this type. It is used to heat water a range of 80 liters per meter squared area. These are low temperature thermal collectors. We can have higher temperature thermal collectors using concentrators. The concentrators we can have different types. This one is, the center one is dish type thermal concentrator or parabolic type thermal concentrator. In case of parabolic type thermal concentrator, around the center a tube will be running through and through which water is flowing through it, and the parabolic reflectors concentrate the solar radiation into the water and the water gets heated. In case of dish type concentrator, the mirrors are arranged such that the sun rays are focused to the center and whatever available at the center gets heated to around 400 degrees centigrade. If we use more number of concentrators as in this figure. We can get temperature of about 1000 degree centigrade, and it is used to generate the heat by the steam running the turbines. And we can classify the solar thermal collectors into different types according to the temperature it is heating. So, we can have low temperature thermal collector, medium temperature thermal collector, high temperature thermal collector. Low and medium temperature thermal collectors will be using flat plate thermal collectors. They are used to for the products used to produce tea, spices, fish drying, space heaters, swimming pools. And medium temperature solar thermal collectors are used to heat air or water for residential purpose or commercial purpose like restaurants. And high solar thermal collectors use concentrators, and it uses lenses and mirrors fixed at an angle along the concentrators, and it is used to generate electricity. The high temperature solar thermal collectors are mainly used to generate electricity or industrial process heating like steam generation or in boilers or in metal finishing process. The concentrated solar thermal technologies, we can have different types. The first one is parabolic dish. The parabolic dish is fitted with mirrors or lenses at an angle, and it focuses the sunlight into the center used to generate the heat. And another one is parabolic trough. Here a series of trough is connected in lines. Rows of series of parabolic troughs are arranged. At the center of the parabolic trough, a tube filled with liquid is flowing through all the parabolic trough. The parabolic trough concentrates or reflects the solar radiation into the center water tube, and the liquid or water is heated. These are the different types of concentrated solar thermal technologies. Here you can have focusing also. The focusing of sun radiation to a particular point. If it is automatically tracked with the elliptical dish reflector, then it is called Scheffler concentrator. We can have other one is, these are different types of concentrated solar thermal technologies. Dual axis tracked parabolic dish. The sun moves along the sun from morning to evening in a fixed direction. So, we can follow the sun by tracking the parabolic dish. The parabolic dish can be made to track the sun by dual axis controller. Then Fresnel reflector based dish. It is a dish used for the baking purpose or milk pasteurization purpose. Instead of dual axis, we can have single axis tracked parabolic trough concentrator also. Dual axis means the concentrator can be tracked in both x and y directions. In case of single axis, it is tracked only in one direction. Or we can have non-imaging concentrators and linear Fresnel reflector. These are the different reflectors used in the concentrated solar thermal technologies. So, here if we see the solar thermal application, the concentrator is like this, and we get sun rays incident on the reflector, and it is reflected such that all the rays are focused towards the center. At the center, we will be having a tube, and it is covered with glass, vacuum and other layers. And through the tube the fluid will be flowing through. Whatever flowing through the tubes get heated because of this reflected solar radiation. Through these solar concentrators we get excellent boiling or steaming, blanching and roasting. Blanching is a process through which the liquid is heated to a very high temperature and again cooled to lower temperature for different applications. Roasting is for roasting nuts or something like that for food items. Like this we can have different applications. This is another type of solar concentrator. Here the incident solar light generates the steam and we can have different layers of materials that steam can be used for cooking process. These are other different types of solar thermal applications. Another one solar thermal application is solar dryer. Solar concentrator is used in applications where very high temperature is required. Some applications doesn't require very high temperature. For example, drying, that is to preserve food, if we dehydrate it, we can store it for a longer period. In that application, solar dryers can be used and it removes the moisture from the food items so that it can be stored for a long period. So, solar dryer is another application. If we see, the solar thermal applications can be used for producing food and beverages. What are the different processes if we use to produce food and beverages means drying to dehydrate it, washing to clean it, pasteurization. We remove some bacteria or germs from the food item, boiling, heat treatment, cooling. Through this we can, and these techniques to produce food and beverages, we use all these processes for the agriculture products, dairies and poultries. All these products are used with these processes to produce food and beverages. The same process for agriculture products also we need drying, washing, sterilizing and cooling. These are the solar thermal applications in different processes. And what are the different temperatures we need for the food and beverages with the agriculture products, dairies and poultries? If we see solar vegetable fruit dryers, the fruits, dried fruits we can get, all the fruits are dried and so that we can use the fruit throughout the year, because fruits are seasonal in nature, some fruits are not available throughout the year. In that case, if we dry it, it can be stored throughout the year and we can use. So, solar vegetable fruit dryer uses temperature less than or around 55 degree centigrade. And pasteurization of liquid goods, for example milk. The milk is generated or produced, it is given to the market after pasteurization steps, otherwise the milk gets spoiled and we can't use. So, the pasteurization of liquid goods takes temperature from 65 to 100 degree centigrade. Next one is cooking in meat processing. Restaurants where more amount of food is to be cooked, in that case meat processing and it takes about 100 degree centigrade. For that we can use solar thermal energy. Cooking of meat processing. Blanching of vegetables or meat. Blanching is a process, the material is heated to high temperature and again it is lowered to very low temperature. That blanching of vegetables or meat is processed between 65 to 95 degree centigrade according to the vegetable or meat they are using. And drying and evaporation of fruits and vegetables. The water content of the fruits and vegetables can be done between 40 to 130 degree centigrade. And cleaning of products and production facilities. The germs related or living in the food products are to be destroyed by heating it around 60 to 90 degree centigrade. These are the different temperatures used to get the food and beverages, and these processes or these temperatures are applied to agricultural products, dairies and poultries. Solar milk pasteurization. This is a model developed by, and that model name is Arun 160. Here this is called Fresnel paraboloid solar concentrator. Here the mirrors are fitted around the concentrator and it is fitted at an inclination such that the focus area we are getting around 500 mm squared. Here they are using a hat shaped downward facing cavity receiver. This is the hat shaped downward facing cavity receiver, and it is because of the reflection of the solar rays we get temperature of around 200 degree centigrade. By using this we can boil or pasteurize 20,000 to 30,000 liters of milk, and we are having solar tracking facility also. That is, when the sun moves along the sky, the parabolic reflector also moves or tracks, changes the reflection towards the sun. This is the, and here the support structure, dish and all these things are manufactured using mild steel. That is the solar milk pasteurization, a Fresnel paraboloid solar concentrator. Next one is Schaeffler concentrator. It is also used in food processing. The area of this Schaeffler concentrator is about 10 meter squared and it is used for bakery applications, baking of loaves, bread loaves. The quality of the bread loaves using this Schaeffler concentrator is very excellent because of uniform baking, uniform color and good taste in the breads. And each concentrator is capable of baking around 180 loaves in a short period of time. And this Schaeffler concentrator is also used in food processing. For example, community cooking. In different temples and ashrams and restaurants, they have to cook large amount of food. We can use this type of Schaeffler concentrator. Or other applications, if you see, solar assisted comfort cooling. We can cool the food products or anything to a required temperature using the Schaeffler concentrator, or we can use it for laundry, pharmaceutical, that is medical applications, and drying and coloring, dyeing applications. So, the Schaeffler concentrator can be used for many applications. Next one is flat panel collectors. If we see Planters Energy Network in Theni, Tamil Nadu, they are using this flat panel collectors. It has a blackened heat collector. Black color is a very good absorber of sun radiation. So, it is having blackened heat collector and it is covered with a 4 mm thick tempered glass transparent cover, so that it allows the sun to pass through the collectors. Insulated mineral wool is used in the lower side, so that the heat is not dissipated, all the heat is passed through the collectors only, and it is installed in the south facing roofs. All the installation of collectors are to be installed according to the angle, so that it gets more output, and it is used for processing of tea, spices, herbal and fish drying. Next one is parabolic dish concentrator. Here it is used for boiling herbs and preparing the syrups. Mostly it is used for producing Ayurvedic medicines. This type of concentrator can be used to produce amla, pickles and candies, and its area or size is about 2.3 meters. We can also produce amla and aloe vera hair oil, or we can use it for small scale cashew nut roasting. So, we have seen different types of solar thermal applications ranging from solar water heating, milk food processing using different types of solar concentrators, from low temperature to medium temperature, different types of solar concentrators according to the temperature, and we have seen very high temperature generation using concentrators, that is parabolic dish concentrators, and they are used for generating very high heat, and it generates the steam. That steam is used to run the turbine, and we can generate electricity. So, these are the applications of solar thermal energy. Thank you.